Hello and welcome to the FinCEN Corp Act explanation video. This video is for information purposes only. I'm putting my disclaimer out there that I'm not a lawyer and that you should seek professional advice. This is just for information purposes only, okay? All right, so FinCEN Corp Transparency Act is brought to you by Libras Connect Consultancy. We are business and tax strategists. Our focus is in business consulting and tax services, right? This is our website here, phone number, and email address. All right, so our services are tax planning, IRS assistance, IRS representation assistance, business, real estate, and personal tax preparation, bookkeeping, and consulting services. So let's just get right into this video. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. So by now, I'm sure most of you have heard about the FinCEN, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. That's what FinCEN is short for. It was established in April of 1990 by Treasury Order number 105-08. What is it? From the website, from FinCEN's own website, it says many companies are required to report information to FinCEN about the individuals who ultimately own or control them. And FinCEN began accepting reports on January 1st of 2024. So what is the Corporate Transparency Act about? The goal is transparency to tackle money laundering, tax fraud, and locating shell companies or other illicit activities. So essentially, they want to know who owns most of the businesses that are registered at state level, right? So your LLCs, some corporations are required by FinCEN to provide this information. All right. So how do you find it? I'll put the link in the description of this YouTube video. And it will be fincen.gov/BOI. Don't click any links that you've gotten from your email. FinCEN is not going to, if you've never filed, don't click any links that you've gotten from an email. Go straight to the website and go from there. I'm pretty sure as time progressed, there's going to be a lot of fraud around this as people, try to figure out what is going on with it. So be mindful of scammers and spammers who will try to steal your info. So let's talk about when to file. The rules are effective January 1st, 2024. So as of this year, January 1st, a few months ago, you are required to file, right? And if your business was registered on the first of the year, right? First month, first day of the year, then you have until, sorry, let me go back over that. So if your business was registered before January 1st of 2024, then you have until January 1st of 2025 to file. So essentially everybody's business that was registered from December 31st, 2023, all the way back to whenever or however far you can think, you have until the 1st of January 2025 to file. If your business was registered on or after January 2024, then you have 90 days to file, right? So that's the new rule. So you have 90 days to file if you registered in the year of 2024 and after that. Before 2024 started, you have until January 1st, 2025. All right. Another thing to remember is, let's say you changed the business name. Let's say there was a change in ownership, or you took an owner off or added someone to the business, right? If that applies, then you have 30 days to go back into the application that you filed and update whatever information needs to be updated, okay? All right, here are the penalties. If they determine willful failure, you have these penalties. And this is the information I have that is as of this date. If there are any changes, it is your responsibility. Remember, this is an information video. It's your responsibility to know what the penalties are, the requirements are, so you stay compliant. So it's $500 a day for late filings up to $10,000. Imprisonment of up to 2 years. That's how bad it could be, right? So who is required and isn't required to file? So LLCs and smaller companies are required to file. So let's say you registered a corporation, it's a smaller corporation. You generally would be required to file. If you registered an LLC, you definitely would be required to file. And then some inactive companies may not have a filing requirement. For more information about that, I recommend you seek professional advice, right? So who will have access to your information? Government agencies, of course, law enforcement, intelligence agencies, financial institutions, and state level agencies. So the government and some banks, right? And that's just to summarize some of the people or entities that would have access to your information. There are probably more entities that would have access. You can always visit the website to get more info. So what information is required? The business information, business name, business address, EIN, state business information, and then the owner information. So your date of birth, your address, your full name, and a copy of your ID, government issued ID. So whether it be a US passport, state driver's license, state ID, or foreign passport. If you aren't, or a foreign passport, then you would need to provide that as well. And when you're taking those photos, they have to be clear. Don't just take the photos and upload it. Take the photos and take a look at it. And also triple check the information. Another information that's required is the company applicant. The person who files is required to provide their information. Could be the registered agent. It could be the owner if there's like one owner on the business, right? If you have a FinCEN, you can require a FinCEN ID for your application. So you can require to get a unique ID for FinCEN. But in order to do that, you have to have an account with Login.gov. And remember, I said you can do the whole application. Okay, I probably didn't say it. You can do the whole application without the FinCEN ID. But in some cases, it would be good to have a FinCEN ID, especially if you have like multiple LLCs or you just want to have it so that you can have everything in one place and be organized. You have to create an account with Login.gov or check to see if you already have one so that you can, have a seamless process, right? So Login.gov, once you type Login.gov in, you would sign in if you already have an account, or you would create an account, right? If that's what applies to you. All right, that's what Login.gov looks like. Here's some tips. You may need to create a Login.gov ID, which is repetitive of what I've just said. It takes 10 minutes to complete everything. If you're gonna, you already have your login ID, have all your information in front of you. And the other most important tip is look out for scammers. If you've never applied on FinCEN, FinCEN is not gonna reach out to you by email and send you a link to apply. FinCEN, unless it's necessary, FinCEN is not going to send you any emails asking for anything. Generally speaking, if you have not made an application with them, don't expect to get any calls from them. Don't expect to get any emails from them. And if you get an email from FinCEN not confirming your application that you did, but a email that looks funny from the IRS or FinCEN, just know 99.99% of the time it's spam, right? If you're not sure about it and you have an account, just log in directly and look to see if there's any notification there, right? Or find a way to contact the entities, but do not click any links that you are not expecting, right? Because your information could be stolen from just clicking that link. All right, here are some tips and warnings. When in doubt, seek professional help. I'll put the description in the description section of the YouTube video, the link for FinCEN. It's been tested, everything works well. This is not an annual filing thing. It's just a one-time file. You are required to provide any updates, right? So if something changes, you have 30 days to provide an updates, but it's a file once and done unless there are updates, right? And this is the information I have as of right now. If you have any questions, reach out to me directly. I am going to go on the FinCEN website and show you what the application looks like. So let me do let's do an incognito window here. All right, so if you type in FinCEN, BOI, be sure, because do you see how many links came up before we found the FinCEN.gov? Be sure you're not clicking a spam link. This is the direct FinCEN website, FinCEN.gov. Click that. Or if you have the link, you click the direct link that's been provided, right? You're going to hit here, file a report using BOI filing system, and then it's going to take you to this page, and then you're going to hit beneficial ownership information reporting. You're going to click that, and then it's going to take you here. You have two options. You can file with a PDF. You need an Adobe Reader for that. Or if you have all the information in front of you, just file online. This is the option that you're going to click where you enter the information. So you're going to hit prepare and submit, right? And then it's going to take you to this notification here, right? So it's just putting out a disclaimer. You're going to hit agree or cancel. And then we're going to get to the application. I'm going to get to the application I started here. It says here, we're going to start. So you're going to read every instruction that's on here so you understand what you're signing to, what you're completing. There's 5 tabs. Filing information. It's asking what type of filing is it? Is this the first time you're filing? Are you correcting a mistake here? Are you updating a report, which we spoke about if there's a change with the business? Is it a newly exempt entity? If that's the case, you select the option that applies, and then you hit next. Once you hit next, it's going to take you to the reporting company. Pay attention to the tabs so you know what information goes where. Reporting company is the company, the LLC that you have or small corporation that you have. You can request the FinCEN ID, which I mentioned before, by checking this tab. Remember, it's going to require a Login.gov ID. And then down here, remember, reporting company. In case you're wondering what tab you're at, what you're supposed to fill in is asking about the reporting company. Company name is going to go here. If you have a DBA name for your LLC, you put that there. If it doesn't apply, leave it blank. DBAs are doing business as. So if you have questions, right, seek professional help. Tax identification type. So the EIN or for the business is what you're going to enter here. No dashes are required. So you'll get a letter from the IRS for the EIN if you have an LLC, and that's what you would enter there. And then of course, I'm assuming that you are in the United States. Country is the United States. My state is Florida, so that's why I have that there. And then the address of the company, right? Company address is going to be there. Now, you don't want to put any PO boxes. No PO boxes are allowed, only street addresses, right? So let's hit next. So the next section is going to take us to the company applicant tab. This is the person that's doing the application, right? So you can check this box if it's an existing reporting company that is as of January 1st, 2024. So the company applicant section is not necessarily required if your business was registered before the year started, before January 1st, 2024. So if your business was registered on or after 2024, then you have to check this box, right? So everybody whose business was registered in 2023 and earlier, don't check the box if you don't check the box. And if you were registered in January 1st of 2024 and beyond, you would have to check the box. This is letting them know that you are filing within 90 days, right? Here you're going to enter the legal name of the company applicant, first and last name, date of birth, middle name if there is one or you want to add it, business address if that's the address you're going to put in, or residential address if that's the address you're going to enter. Has to be a street address. And down here is asking for the identification of the business, right? No, of the person, of the company applicant. So their state ID number, it could be a driver's license. There are other options here that you can check, like a passport or foreign ID or something else. You'd put the ID number there, country that the ID was issued by, and then the state. If it's the US, you'd enter your state there. right? And then of course, you're going to upload picture of this same ID that you've entered the information for. Remember, the quality of the photo needs to be clear. So you could just get this application squared away. So we just went over the first three options. We're going to the fourth option, which is the beneficial owners. Who are the owners of the business? Who has controlling interest? If there's a child on the business, then of course you check that box there. If that doesn't apply, which is highly unlikely for you guys, then you would not check the box, right? If it's an exempt entity, meaning you're not required to file, you check the box there. So let's continue on. Let's say the owner's name is Twain Thomas, right? Last name is Thomas, first name is Twain. Middle name, if you see it fit, you can enter it and any suffixes. Let's say his name is Junior, Senior, whatever. You're going to enter the date of birth of the owner or beneficial owner. So if there's Twain is the owner, we're going to enter his date of birth, and then we're going to enter Twain's street address, right? And then we're going to, and then here it says here residential address. So don't put a business address under the beneficial owner section, okay? And then as we continue on, we will see that it's asking for the ID for this owner, for Twain, right? So the ID for Twain, he's going to select what it is. In this case, it's the driver's license, and we're going to put the driver's license number here. State, the country is going to be the US, I'm assuming, and then the state is going to be Florida. And then we're going to upload a picture of Twain's driver's license because that's what we've selected. Clear photo with his face showing, numbers clear, all the information on driver's license clear. Then we're going to hit next. Now you want to double check everything you've done for errors. You don't want to make any mistakes on this because then you're going to have to, update the info. So we're going to put the email address here. We're going to put Twain's first name, last name here. I just put my email address in there. We're going to hit agree. After we've read this, if that's what we want to do, we're going to confirm that we are human, and then we're going to submit the report. There's going to be an option where it asks you if you want to save it. Go ahead and save it and email it to yourself. And then that is it. All right. So hopefully this video is not as long as I think it is. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer as best as possible. But remember, this is for information purposes only. I do not offer the service of filing the BOI. All right. Thank you, and you have a great day.